Hey everybody, welcome back to Kratom Kingdom. This is Chris Irving in Knoxville, Tennessee. So, yes, I have lost a lot of weight. I was very sick for a while, mostly stress and anxiety, I guess. And when I get stressed and anxious, I don't eat. And when I don't eat, I get skinnier. Kind of makes sense. But money's been a big problem of mine lately. I don't have enough money to buy Kratom, so this will probably be my last cup for a while. Which is going to be interesting. I should make a video of no Kratom. It tastes so good. And it does take away my anxiety a little bit more, so I have it now, so I don't know. Today I wanted to talk about just Kratom with Chris. This is just like a morning vlog on what I do. When I wake up out of bed, the very first thing I do is go to my kitchen and boil some water. And then I put 1 scoop of Kratom in a coffee cup. And then I put a scoop of sugar. And then I put lemon juice, a lot of lemon juice, because I love the taste of lemon juice in my Kratom. And then I start sipping. Usually that's when I'll get the motivation to make a movie or a video. And how do I feel after I drink my Kratom? It makes me feel a little flighty, like I'm not worried about anything. I'm just kind of chilling. It's almost like a marijuana euphoria, where it just kind of sets you right. But it doesn't make me feel out of control, because I can still drive with Kratom, and I can still function with Kratom, and I can still hopefully clean my house with Kratom, because my house is a mess. I'm planning on moving into a new apartment in the same building in the next year, so I'm packing really, really early. And I gotta do the dirty deed of calling my parents today and asking them for $10 so that I can get enough gas to drive to my sister's house for Thanksgiving. Otherwise, I'll be going on fumes, and that is terrible for my anxiety. And it looks like if I would have been able to keep my old account, I would have been started making money in the next month or two, which would have been a godsend, because money is so hard to come by when you're just living on disability. And this isn't about how poor Chris is. I'm sorry about that. It's about Kratom and how wonderful it is. There's a lot of press being said now that Kratom is addictive. And it's about as addictive as marijuana is. I know a lot of people that smoke marijuana and then just stop. My dad, for instance, he smoked it for 70 years and just stopped one day because he got a job driving a school bus, and he wasn't allowed to be on any kind of mind-altering substances while doing that, and they test him frequently. I mean, why they would test a 70-year-old man is beyond me. But they do, and he passes every time because he just stopped. But he's an amazing man. He can just stop anything. He could do heroin and stop when he puts his mind to something. So the only thing he can't stop is cigarettes. And this is driving me crazy. What the hell is this? I mean, you pinch it and it stays pinched. Is that just age? Somebody please tell me. Am I getting old? Look at this gray beard. I've decided to not shave it so I can show my true age. I am 53 years old. Well, 52. I'll be 53 in July, which is making me very sad because I'm still unmarried and still single. I think the perfect age for me would be 55 to 58. I mean, someone who's kind of from my generation, who understands me and understands the Rubik's Cube, understands Skittles, and understands the music I used to listen to in the 80s. I used to listen to metal, and I'm going to look for a picture of my band and post it so you can see how crazy I looked. I was only 30 in the band because it was in 2000, and I was born in 1970, so every decade is another 10 years older than I am. So by 2030, I'm gonna be 60 years old. Yuck. Please help me, God. But kratom is it's like a cup of coffee. I mean, it wakes me up, makes me more alert, makes me more grateful for everything I have. Even the $4 in my checking account that has to be used to get me to my sister's house for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Well, I'll be paid before Christmas, so that won't be a big deal. And yes, I still get my kratom from Uju when I can afford it. It's a little expensive right now, and I don't have that much money. He charges $160, but that's like 3 months worth of kratom. I can handle that. I'll probably do that in December. But my car broke, so it depends if I have to spend more money on my car or. Why do we have to get uglier when we get older? I don't understand. Why can't we just remain looking the way we do? We did. I might have a chance of having a girlfriend then. I just don't have a whole lot to offer a girl, you know? I mean, I live on disability in a Section 8 housing, which is kind of like a project, but it's not really. It's a really nice building, and it's only full of old people on disability and Social Security. You have to be on Social Security or be old to live here. And I'm on Social Security, so I fit in. And it is only one big room, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's like I stayed in my bedroom growing up anyway, you know, and I stayed in that one little tiny bedroom my majority of the time. So, that's my 60-inch TV and my studio. And bring it back around to me again. And you see my green screen that I use to change the background up to make it a little more interesting. I think I'm gonna fantasize that I'm going to an Indonesian market, so that's what you'll see behind me, an Indonesian market where they do sell kratom, or they call it kratom. If you call it kratom in Indonesia, they'll look at you like, huh? But if you call it kratom, they know exactly what you're talking about. And they'll even correct you worse than I will. But it's definitely not called kratom. Ugh, that drives me crazy. Because it is just so far from the original sounding of the word. And I'm a school teacher, remember, so things like that matter to me. Right now I'm starting to feel a little bit woo. I mean, I'm starting to feel it in my head now. My heart rate is slowing down, and I'm starting to feel jolly. That's the word, jolly. I'm not worried about my gas money situation anymore because I know something will come up. Or I'll just drive on. Or my family will help me out. They always help me out. My family's great. But I want to get out of Tennessee because I hate it. And I think if I moved to New Mexico, I have a friend in New Mexico. Tamara, right? We're friends. We're cool. We're down, right? We can have kratom parties every morning. I'm sure your husband wouldn't dig that too much, but I'm ugly and old, so he should have nothing to worry about. But that'd be fun hanging out with some more kratomites and having kratom parties. I used to drink this drink called yerba mate, and we used to have mate parties. We'd drink out of a wooden gourd, and we'd pack the mate in it and pass it around in a circle and drink out of a shared straw. And it was cool. I mean, it was like a sense of community. And if I ever get a job again, I'm gonna start having kratom lunch breaks and have all the teachers come into the teachers' lounge, and we'll all sip kratom together and have a great day. Do you know that I went back to graduate school after I had the massive stroke? Because before my stroke, I made it all the way to the end of my bachelor's. And they graduated me anyway because I had more than enough credits to graduate. So they graduated me with a bachelor's in science, in psychology, and I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to be a teacher, so I went back to graduate school after my stroke. My IQ was 130 before my stroke. After my stroke, my IQ dropped down to like 115 because I couldn't multitask. I couldn't listen and write things down at the same time. So going to school was like just a dream. But I did it anyway. I signed up and I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get my master's degree because I always wanted a master's degree. I always thought that college was just post high school. Unless you get a graduate degree, that's when school starts. That's when college starts. When there's no more tests, it's all papers. I remember my first day in graduate school. Okay, there's no textbook. Really? Cool. And there's no tests. Very cool. I can even do this. And they said, but you have to write a 99-page paper by next week. I can write a 99-page paper in my sleep, especially on a psychiatric subject. And I did, and I graduated valedictorian of my class. I got to get up there and give a little speech. Even in your darkest time, you can still rise above and earn a master's degree, which is everything. My professors were so proud of me because they were neuropsychologists, which deal with people with strokes, and they didn't think I was ever going to make it, but they helped me. They cheered me on. They're like, come on, Chris, you can do this, you can do this. And they even helped me study to write so that I'd have enough information to write my papers. It was amazing, and it's my proudest moment yet. It was valedictorian of Western Carolina University. I don't remember what year, like 2006, I guess. Because then I taught for 10 years until it just became too much for me. I had a mental breakdown in class one day because I couldn't remember simple math. I'm teaching kids how to count to 10, and I can do that because my kids were special ed, so they were very low level. I don't want to say low level, but they were very special. and they needed a lot of extra help, and they needed to start from the very basics. So I was teaching them to count to 10 and to do their ABCs. Most rewarding job ever, because to watch these little kids grow and say 10, count to 10 easily because of me was amazing. I'm rambling. This has been a 15-minute vlog. And that's what it was a vlog. It was just me talking to you guys, having coffee, kratom with you guys. I hope you all have a very cool day. I will talk to you later. Peace out.